Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Florida Gators and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, Florida at Auburn is going to be a really interesting matchup right now. Florida, as you know, has had the toughest schedule in the country for the last couple of years, and this year is no exception. Not only is Auburn always a tough place to play, but they have got a gauntlet coming up. 3 teams on the schedule who were in the college football playoff last year. This is going to be an important, crucial stretch for this new Florida staff and team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. For the ball, and we are ready for action. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. Quarterback making checks. They'll send the back in motion. Brown will throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on.
There he goes to the left. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Pryor. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. Gets away from one, finds room. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The run inside. It's Pryor.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. Strong, firm tackle. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Pryor. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Brown wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Cobb. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, going for it and getting it on 4th down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for space. It's Cobb. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Might be changing the route. Brown will throw it. The short hands, it's Kane. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll go right back to him. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Punt is in the air. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Brown wants to pass. He's got him.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He might want another play. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Still running it. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with him. Touchdown, Florida. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes, and man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Brown will throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. It's Singleton. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Going to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running inside. It's Pryor. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This time he wants to throw. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Here's a give the ball. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 15 team, the LSU Tigers.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
And it's Ole Miss who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're working that left side. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll give it to Ball. There's some room. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
That's another big run, and that's not surprising, honestly, guys, considering how much success he had in the first half. He was running wild against this defense, so let's not change anything. Let's just go back out, let's pound the rock, pound the football, and really threaten this defense and force them to have to tackle us.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The run inside. It's Ball. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Ball again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to the big tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Handoff for Ball. He gets just a few links away from that first down marker as they almost convert on 3rd down there.
And that's a big third down stop for this defense, but they can't relax, right? They've done this a couple of times already, and they've converted 2 for 2 on fourth down. So this D's got to be ready. They got to be physical on this fourth down, and they got to get a stop. They've gotten to this point. They just haven't been able to close the door.
Staying in that aggressive mindset on fourth down, they'll try to convert for the third time. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Beck's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow. Touchdown, Gators! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. The Gators answer right back. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Coming out with it, it's Kane. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Moving out to the right. Gets away from one, he's got space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. On the run, it's Cobb. Maybe some room here. Some open space and turned on the Jets. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. And they're not on the same page there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Lets it fly. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Makes the catch. It's Mays. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Rush is on him. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Fights off the defender. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop it. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Working that left side now. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. The Gators trying to cash it in on first and goal. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Looking for the score. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Gators!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Number 38, Celtic kicking away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Auburn! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. They'll line up for a second down play. Here's a give the ball. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They'll run for it. Finding some room. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. After this, it'll be a wrap. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.